Round 3 of the ARR Craib Scottish Rally Championship, the Coltel Granite City Rally, is based in the sponsor's hometown of Aberdeen. Here's Kirsty to tell us more.
The new look Coltel Granite City Rally starts a little bit differently this year with 2 tarmac stages before crews head to the forest. With only 1 point separating local driver Bruce McCombie and Donnie McDonald, the championship's already gearing up to be a very competitive season.
Fine.
So Bruce, you're currently leading the championship and this is your home event. How are you feeling about today?
We're doing fine. We're just going to do what we usually do, go out and have some fun. And that's it. Don't worry about the championship just now. It's too early. It's just a bit of crack.
Donnie, you're sitting second in the championship today. Are you feeling confident going into today's event?
Yeah, definitely. Just got to get as many points as possible and see what the day does.
Are you looking forward to the 2 stages here?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Yeah, definitely.
So David, you've won this event 3 times before. Are you looking to make it the 4th today?
Yeah, it'd be nice. It's not going to be easy. Obviously, we've got Dave Weston out as well, but the more competition, the better. So very much looking forward to it.
So how are you feeling today, Jock?
I'm feeling it's feeling a long time since I've been in the car, so just a little bit apprehensive. But no, I'm sure I'll get into it quite quickly again. Took it a run the other night there, it was okay. So car's good, car's strong. So
feeling confident?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad young Weston there is on the gravel tyres, so that's even more confident than me, I would say. But no, I'm happy.
Yeah, good. Just looking forward to getting stuck in. Like to get this out of the way and get in the woods and then feel happier, I think. So, but it's going to be a tough day, I think. Top entry's fantastic. So just see how we go today.
Thank you.
Kicking off the rally were 2 runs at the Aberdeen Conference Centre. It's an old saying that you can't win a rally in a spectator stage, but this time, however, it was to prove pivotal in the outcome of the rally. Let's jump on board with Mark McCulloch and Michael Hendry for the fastest half mile on a Saturday morning in Aberdeen.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 60, left 9, 50, chicane right entry, and chicane right entry, into left 7, 40, left 3 narrows through bales 40, to left 6 bale on exit, into chicane right entry, wide exit, 30, left 8 into right 7 plus, 70, very tight left 9 gates, narrows, 100, to stop. Well done.
After the 2 runs were completed, the times were predictably close. Taking the early advantage was Jock Armstrong and Paula Swinscoe, heading out of Aberdeen with a 1-second lead. There was a 4-way tie for second. Although not registered in the SRC, BTRDA regular Dave Weston Jr. had reigning champion co-driver Paul Beaton alongside for his local event, and was in equal times with regular frontrunners Donnie McDonald and Mark McCulloch after the 2 stages. Out in a new car for the first time, a fantastic looking Mitsubishi WRC replica, Brian Watson and Caroline Will surprised the establishment by equalling the second fastest time after the 2 stages. A further second back came 6 crews on the same time. These included the 5 times champions David Bogie and Kevin Ray, out to make it 2 wins in a row in this year's championship. Stars of the Snowman, Stephen Clark and Phil Sandham were back after missing the border counties. Equal third with the Fiesta R5 was a solid start. Also out in a new car, Barry Groundwater and Neil Shanks were in Wayne Sisson's Evo 10 as Barry's 9 was en route to Barbados. another crew in that third fastest spot after 2 stages. Also in this group, the evils of Chris Colley and the ever-improving Scott McCombie were battling with the relatively rare Accent WRC of John Rintoul and Ross Hind. The tarmac champion was clearly at home in this stage. Out into the forest and the battles began to take shape. SS3 was Weston Juniors, taking 1 second from Bogie and Ray. The Fiesta crew then counted on 4, taking that second back, to head into service tied for the lead. The battle was well and truly on.
Yeah, very good, very fast towards the end there, so the only criticism of this car was the top speed, so we're sitting on the limiter a fair bit, about 111 miles an hour, so other than that, stage is in absolute class condition, very enjoyable to drive.
With the pace jumping up, Armstrong and Swinsko suddenly saw their lead turn into a deficit. 8 seconds were lost in SS3 before dropping another 11 on 4. Still in third place at service, they now had to watch their mirrors.
Yeah, at one section in the trees it was really slippy, it's really moist and the sun's not got to it. Didn't turn in at all, so I think I've knocked something in below, the underguard's in below in mine as well, but I'll get the services sorted, that's what they're paid for.
Moving into the top 10 after a cautious start in Aberdeen, 2 top 5 times moved Mike Faulkner and Peter Foy into 4th after 4 stages.
Mike, how was that?
Yeah, a lot better. Just got the cobwebs of the first one. We were just a little bit cautious in places on the first one, but felt really on it in there.
Out on a different compound of gravel tyres to the other competitors, Sean Sinclair wasn't sure what to expect. Pleasantly surprised with their performance, the Red Evil was only 6 seconds back from Faulkner going into first service.
Fairly rusty in the notes again. We're reading. Chris and I need to go away and test for a wee bit longer. We're starting the gravel and it's a bit disjointed, so something to build on though. Great fun though.
Did you have any moments in there?
Quite a few, eh?
Yeah.
That's what we do it for. For the moments.
Another crew to take it easy on the tarmac, Andrew Gallagher and Jane Nicholl were now charging. Despite running a wheel in that ditch, they were 5th fastest on SS4 to head into service equal on time with Sinclair and Hamill. Surviving bouncing off a bank, Mark McCulloch and Michael Hendry were running well again, 1 second back from the Blackwood Fiesta after 4 stages. Fourth quickest in 3, Donnie McDonald and Andrew Faulkner were pushing hard again in 4. But they were to become the first victims of this right 4, the spin dropping them to 8th, 2 seconds off McCulloch. Perhaps pushing too hard, Clark and Sandham felt the wide stage 3 didn't suit them. The more narrow SS4 was more to their liking until they became victim number 2. An almost carbon copy of McDonald's spin, it left them in 9th place after 4 stages. Climbing into 10th, Quinton Milne and Stephen O'Hanlon were getting used to the ex-Dougal Brown Evo 9, the new car taking some time to get used to. But where was the championship leader? It had been a scrappy morning in the Green Evo. First, bouncing off this chicane in SS3, before becoming victim number 3 of this now notorious right-hander. 13th overall was not the best of starts. It was typically close at the top of Group N. Raising money for charity, Fraser Wilson and Craig Wallace were leading the class after 4 stages by only 4 seconds from John Morrison and Peter Carstairs, who were battling with only 3/4 throttle. On their second event in the new Evo 9, John McClory and David Hood were already getting quicker, 15 seconds back from Morrison, but closer to the pace than they had been on the border. SS3 saw the demise of Colley and Fisher, the engine once again letting them down. Also ending the rally in this loop, Watson and Will sadly fell off the road in stage 4, a shame after such a great start for the new car. SS5 belonged to Bogie and Ray, taking 2 seconds out of the Impreza. Weston and Beaton fought back on 6 to arrive at second service, 1 second back from the 5 times champion. The 48-second gap back to Armstrong and Swinscoe demonstrated the pace at the top. Solid third fastest times left the Impreza in a relatively secure third position. Things were less secure for Faulkner and Foy. Still in 4th place, they were only 7 seconds clear of Clark and Sandham. The Evo 4.5.5 now on the pace after a difficult morning.
Left 19. Right 19, left 19.
2 seconds back came McCulloch and Hendry, now up to 6th place and looking forward to the battle over the last 2 stages. Now on the pace, a push on these 2 stages lifted McCombie and Coots up from 13th to 7th as the championship leaders started to show the form they had on the first 2 rounds. Dropping to 8th in this loop, Sean Sinclair was struggling to understand his loss of pace. The only thought was that the tyres weren't working as well as they had been in the morning. Also reappearing in the top 10, Barry Groundwater and Neil Shanks were starting to get a handle on how the Evo 10 worked in the woods and were setting top 10 times as their pace improved. A new name appearing in the top 10 was Martin Scott. Bruce McCombie's younger cousin was absolutely flying in his older Evo to hold 10th spot and worry some of the more established competitors. We said goodbye to 3 more top crews in this loop. First to go was Gallagher and Nicol. Slipping off the road after an ambitious cut, the Fiesta was left undamaged but stuck in a ditch. SS6 saw the demise of MacDonald and Faulkner, slipping off the road and again being undamaged but out of the event. The most innocent of these retirements belonged to Milne and O'Hanlon. Possibly the slowest off in a long time, it still had the same effect. The Evo 9 beached at the side of the road. In Group N, Wilson and Wallace had extended their lead to 18 seconds after a push on the second loop. Behind the Clone Motorsport Evo, everything was now very close. Morrison and McClory arriving at second service tied on time to set up a 2-stage shootout between the 2 red Evos.
Yeah, it's close. We've just been swapping seconds all day, so that's what we want. But we're certainly trying. So I think there's 15 miles to go. So let's try as hard as we can to hold on to that. So it only takes 1 second to win or lose. So.
And has everything been going okay for you?
Yeah, everything's been good, no complaints at all. So just as I say, class stages, really enjoying it.
So Dave, you've been battling with David Bogie all day. There's a second between it now. How's the day been for you?
It's been a good day. It's been a good battle between us. 4 stages was both equal. He took 2 seconds off me on 1 stage. I struggled a bit. It was a bit slippery in there. We took 1 back there, so there's 2 stages to go. So hopefully we'll do it.
So Jock, you're 3rd overall just now, but you're 2nd in the SRC today. How's everything been for you?
It's been okay. It's gone okay. The last 2 stages were quite slippy and tricky, and turned it up in the diff map and got good X out the corners. Had some little moments, but nothing too severe compared to a lot of people. So it's working in well.
And how are you finding the stages?
Stages are, you come on to areas that you're familiar with, but then other areas you can't remember this at all. So it's good, but they're nice. The cornery stages are good for the Subaru. It turns in very well. and change of direction is very good, so I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, last stage was good. It was first stage after service. It was really slippy. Stage was really good, and then we just had a bit of a mix-up with myself and Peter, and we missed the note and went straight on at a hairpin. So we were a long way down the fire break, but luckily we reversed back and dropped 20 seconds or so. So we thought it was going to be difficult to get back, but we had a big push on the last one, and we're back up to 4th. So too far behind to have a go at Jock, but we'll just try and get it to the end now.
Before the final 2 stages, let's take a look at some notable drives. After their good start, John Rintoul and Ross Hind fell back slightly once they entered the forest to grab 15th overall at the finish.
And it's flat right 1, 200. Flat right 1, 200 up.
Only 1 second behind brother Quinton at one point, Freddie Milne scored a solid 13th overall after another adventurous day, as once again he explains.
I noticed a puncture right at the start of stage 4, and then through stage 4 I just mixed up with the notes. I think the one in the 6. So luckily it was a slow section, so we went really wide, and luckily again no ditch, was through the heather like this up and down, found the road again, and then shortly after that spun. But it was a shame because I was really pushing like hell through that, just keeping the thing bouncing on the red line.
But stage 3 was a good clean run for you.
Yeah, good clean run. Yeah, a little bit too careful in some of the bits. I mean, we were looking for those posts in the DVD, and we didn't see them. So I was like, whoa, what was that down? It was just the left 5 as opposed to the left 2. So we slowed right down for it, and then I was like, damn.
So what's your plan of attack for this afternoon?
Just as fast as I possibly can go, and just torture that old engine before she gets changed out.
Back challenging the 4-wheel drive cars once again, Steve Bannister and Louise Ray took a fantastic 12th overall in their historic Escort, their pace leaving them only 9 seconds back from 11th placed Martin Scott, who put in a fantastic drive in his own right to belie his low starting position. Disappearing on the final loop, McCulloch and Hendry suffered a gearbox failure near the start of stage 7, a sad end to another solid drive. In Group N, the Battle of the Johns was eventually settled in favour of Morrison, with Clory fighting hard but having to settle for 3rd in the class. With his throttle problems cured, Morrison managed to secure 2nd in the class by 13 seconds at the finish after another good battle. Taking the class by 18 seconds at the finish, along with 10th overall, Wilson and Wallace had yet another good day. Both driver and co-driver were delighted at the Aberdeen finish.
Flat left 3 over crest, into flat right 1 through dip, 50, flat right 1, C80.
So well done today, boys. What a fantastic result. Top 10 finish and first Group N?
Yeah, as far as we're aware there, in the top 10, one Group N, we had a bit more of a push in the last stage here, and we seem to took a good bit of the time back there, so we should maybe have pushed on like that earlier in the day, but we're here, we're at the finish, a class win, that's the most important thing.
And how's the day been overall for you?
It's been pretty good all the way through, very, very, very good stages. They're quite difficult, quite hard on the car. There's a few big chuckies out there, so we're just glad to get back, and we had a really good time through the last stage, so it's been great.
Sneaking into the top 10 at the last minute, Andy Horn and Jim Howie were second best WRC car with 9th place, Andy remarking that he was too old for the pace at the top these days. 8th for the new car was a good result for Groundwater and Shanks. The potential of the Evo 10 definitely an interesting prospect for the rest of the year if Barry is allowed another go. Probably disappointed with 7th after their good start, Sean Sinclair and Chris Hamill did have the consolation of now being joint second in the championship with Groundwater after 3 rounds. McCombie and Coots continued to live near the edge on the final loop. Despite the hairy moments, they secured 6th at the finish and continued to lead the standings, leaving their home event. If McCombie lived near the edge, Stephen Clark lived beyond it.
Down. Good lad. Right 180 down.
With Phil Sandham giving him a bit of a talking to before the final stage, the Evo 4.875 driver kept it together to grab 5th in the rally and 4th in the SRC points. Not much chance for a celebration as he was flying out to China on business at 4 o'clock the following morning. A late charge for Faulkner and Foy wasn't quite enough for the BSW team to catch Armstrongs and Pretzer before the finish. Third in the points, however, was a good comeback after their border retirement.
So Mike, it's been a very competitive field today, but congratulations on the 3rd SRC. How's the day been?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, okay, the top two are in a class of their own, but after that it's really close, and obviously a few people had some problems when the middle stages were really tricky, but we've had good. We had a wee problem, tripped down a fire break, and otherwise it would have been nice to have been a bit closer to Jock to push him, but I don't know whether we'd have beat him on pure pace, but it would have been nice to have been a bit closer.
So on to the next round now.
Yeah, Jim Clark, Kielder. I love Kielder. I'm sure the guys will put on a great event.
Holding on to 3rd in the rally and 2nd in the points, it was another good day for Armstrong and Swinsko. Jock putting his success down to his new friend, who joined him for his podium interview.
Jock, congratulations today. You've had a good drive all day. How's it been for you?
It's been very good. As you said this morning, I was going to be on the podium. We're quite happy. There's a lot of local guys here, a lot of competition, and you're kind of thinking, yeah, no. So no, it went well. Got on it this morning and got into the groove, so it's fine. I come out, no problems, and follow it well. Good notes, so fantastic. Yeah.
How did you find the stages today?
Stages were tricky. The middle two stages, which would be the 5th and the 6th stage, they were the trickiest of a lot of different surfaces, a lot of slippy areas, downhill, steep downhill, off camber corners, and it's like, oh dear. So, but it's good. I quite like the slippy stuff anyway, so I'm not frightened of it.
But who was going to win? SS7 belonged to the Fiesta. 3 seconds were taken from the Impreza, leaving the gap at the biggest it had been all day at 4. Going into 8, it was anyone's guess. Amazingly, Weston and Beaton took those 4 seconds back to arrive at the finish tied at the top with Bogey and Ray. Now it was down to the tiebreak. The Impreza crew getting the nod after being faster on the 2nd tarmac stage of the morning. After such a close battle, both drivers were buzzing at the finish.
David, it's been a battle between you and Dave Weston all day. He won the rally, but you've got first SRC today. You'll be happy with that?
Yeah, it's been a great event, first class stages, and obviously it's been great to have Dave there as well. The pace has been really hot today, so win or lose, I'm not really disappointed with overall because it's just been such a good day sport.
So Dave, congratulations on winning today. What a battle it's been throughout the entire day. How's it been for you?
Yeah, it's been brilliant. It's been really good. Only a couple of seconds between me and David all day, so that's really what it's all about. There was one stage I struggled on. I dropped 2 seconds to him. It was slippy in there and struggled, but apart from that, no, it's been good. We clawed the 4 seconds back in the last stage, so happy there.
So Bogey takes a 2nd maximum score of the year, but what a fantastic battle at the top of an excellent rally. Next, it's down to Kielder, where the Jim Clark Reivers rally will return to the woods for the first time in 15 years.